Manchester City 1, Chelsea 0. We're into the FA Cup final. What a redemption by Bernardo Silva. Made up for that penalty miss against Madrid, and that's how you redeem yourself. He never had to redeem himself in my eyes, but I think, there's a lot of doubters who had to go at him for missing that penalty. I think he's really turned it round with that. What great last-minute winner. Limbs at Wembley, and we're going back at the end of May. Wow. Wasn't the prettiest of performances, I won't lie. I think if Chelsea should have taken their chances. If Nicholas Jackson was a proper striker, they'd have won that. But it doesn't matter. We got the job done. Great defensive performance. Ortega was just phenomenal once again. There's nothing I can say about how good Ortega is. He's just, for a backup keeper, he's sensational. And yeah, incredible. Good to see. So we're into the FA Cup final, and we're either going to be playing Man United or Coventry. Now, at the minute, it's 3-2. I was going to start making this, but they've scored 2 Coventry. So we'll let that one play out. It's playing behind me there on my TV. We'll let it play out. We'll see what happens. But for now, let's just go through this. So, Julian Alvarez up front. He got a match rating of 6.8. I thought, yeah, probably about right. I don't really think he wasn't really there in the game much. I mean, he was here and there, but I don't really remember anything notable that he did. He had a couple of chances. Don't really think he should have really scored, really. I think, he had a couple of shots, but other than that, nothing to really note. Not too many touches. It was just sort of a standard performance up front. We couldn't really find him. Couldn't really get the ball to him. But I'm not really too disappointed. I think it was a tough game. Everyone was really tired, so I'm not really going to single Alvarez out. Never mind. Pick himself up, and we move on to the next game. Jack Grealish. I didn't think that was one of his better games. According to this, he was one of our best players, but I wasn't too impressed. Mainly just because when Doku came on, Doku changed the game. So I wasn't too impressed by Jack's performance. But I'm not going to slate him either, because he did make some good chances. But overall, I thought we were a lot better once Doku came on. Kevin De Bruyne. Now, Kevin De Bruyne was given man of the match. And I think that was just because of his work ethic. And I'm fine with that. But overall, again, I wasn't sure he wasn't on point. I felt like he lost possession quite a bit. And, a bit wasteful at times. But ultimately, though, he played 112 minutes against Madrid, and he's just gone and played another 90. So you can't fault him. Considering how many injuries he's had on and off, and he struggled a bit recently, I can't knock him. The passion he has and the ambition to play, I'm all over it. So good on you, Kevin. I'm really proud of what Kevin did. I thought he did all right. Phil Foden, again, he had that. There was a great bit of play. He had a shot. If he'd have scored, that would have been a sensational bit of play. All the way from the back. I think nearly everyone had a touch. But sadly he didn't. That was his only shot of the game. Again, a bit more of a quieter one from Phil. Similar to sort of like Alvarez and the rest of them. Wasn't really the best of games. But that's the thing, though. We had a lot of control, but ultimately, Chelsea were probably a bit of a better side. It's just Nicholas Jackson couldn't put a ball away. He literally couldn't. We could have played for 10 hours, and Nicholas Jackson wouldn't have scored one at all. The amount of chances he missed, ridiculous. But yeah, and then Bernardo Silva, just incredible. The goal at the end, he was sensational. So happy it was Bernardo as well. I feel like it meant a lot to him after what happened against Madrid. So I was very, very happy to see Bernardo Silva be on the score sheet and to score a last-minute winner against Chelsea, send us to the final. It was beautiful to see. So yeah, good on Bernardo. And as well, his overall play was pretty good as well. I'm pretty impressed with that. Pretty happy with his overall game. I thought it was really good. Manuel Akanji, 7.1. Again, I think, he played the midfield role while John Stones was the defender. And I think that was because Stones came off at half-time for Diaz. And I think, obviously, I think Akanji just had more legs in him. He had more pace. I think Stones was still quite fatigued. So, but overall, Akanji did a great shift in midfield. I'm quite impressed with him. I'm happy with him. Alongside good old Rodri, he got a 7.6 match rating. And yeah, I did notice him giving away possession. It was one of Rodri's weaker games. Which, like I said, I've said this for like 90% of the team. It's one of their weaker games. And it is, because we were quite tired off the Madrid game. We always knew this was going to be a tough game. Everyone was obviously fatigued from the Madrid game. But we got the job done. And the players did well. We kept a clean sheet against an informed Chelsea side. Like, you can't knock these things. But yeah, good game by Rodri. Nathan Ake, beautiful defensive work. I thought he did really well. I was dead happy with Ake. His overall play was just... it was just great. His defensive work was good, you know. I felt like... I mean, he was part of the team that kept a clean sheet. Most of that was on Ortega, but we'll get to him later. But of the defence, I thought Ake was the best one. He was really good. Stones played the first half. He did all right. Wasn't the best, you know. He looked... Of the team, he looked the most tired. He looked dead. So no, it was no wonder he came off at half-time. And then while we're at it, we'll talk about Diaz. Diaz came on and he commanded the second half. And I was dead impressed with Ruben. But yeah, so that was good. So yeah, Ruben did well. Stones did well. Kyle Walker, I think. First half, he was a little bit off it. But soon the second half, he was a lot better, I thought. But overall, the defence was a bit of hit and miss. But we kept a clean sheet, so I'm not going to say anything. I thought overall, as a team, we did well with what we had. And then, for me, they've given him man of the match, and I think he should have been man of the match. Stefan Ortega. Wow. Some of the saves he made was phenomenal. Palmer had a couple of good chances. Jackson obviously messed up a couple of chances, but Ortega, though, 5 saves in total. I thought he was incredible. And he always is. He turns up in the FA Cup, Ortega. He is amazing. I'm so happy. So happy he's our backup keeper. Because, yeah, if we win the FA Cup, like last year, he's the hero of it. He's the one who helped us win it. So, yeah, amazing. Solid team. Got there in the end. Nothing to really knock them for. Look at the stats. We dominated the game. They had a better XG. We had more shots. But ultimately, yeah, I thought they were probably the better side, Chelsea. But in the end, we're the winners because Ortega is phenomenal. And Bernardo Silva just turns up in them. He turns up in them moments. And yeah, I couldn't be more proud of the team. Bouncing back after what happened against Madrid. I'm dead impressed with them. And I think we always seem to have that in us. And yeah, it's incredible. It's great to see that we could just bounce back from times like that. But yeah, honestly, their striker though, Nicholas Jackson, he's not good. If Chelsea had a decent striker, they'd be doing a lot better than they are. They wouldn't be 8th in the league or wherever they are if they had a proper striker. How he scammed a hat-trick against Tottenham a few months ago, I'll never know because he is just not it. Did they not have that Broja or something? You know, the Albanian striker. Where's he? Was he on the bench? Or was he injured? Armando Broja. Because I think he's better than him tenfold. Start bloody Sterling up front. Play Palmer at striker. Like anything. Just don't play Nicholas Jackson. I don't understand. But yeah, great game. We're all on the final. I mean, the score currently United are still currently playing against Coventry. They're into added time. It's 3-2 United. So I'm gonna go watch the end of it. That's my quick review of the match. There's nothing much to really add, to be fair. You know, 1-0, nothing notable of a good... It wasn't the best display from us. I mean, none of our players got a match rating of 8. Everyone was under 8. And even their team's been given loads of oranges. Like, it was a scruffy game between the pair of us, but we came out on top. So, yeah. So let's find out. I'm going to go watch the United game. We're going to see who we're playing. It's probably going to be United in the final, but we'll find out. This has been the 93-20 Stand Day After review, and I'll see you at Wembley at the end of May. Goodbye. Come on, City.